Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Pick Central. Our host is sitting down as we speak. Mr. Rico Bosco. He's got no hat on. He's got a stash like he's fresh out of the theater watching Top Gun 2. Here he is.
Where were you?
It was a little dangerous. I went to a Little League game last night. I was getting some weird looks.
Why were you at a Little League game?
My friend's son was playing.
That's the problem. You don't have a Little League son to be at a game.
It's competition.
You know Rico well enough to know he'd be a guy like just stop by the local park.
Yeah, it's not good. That's not going to be the guy who's
maybe some hoop, maybe watching some pickup hoops in the summer.
Where were you?
Scouting some talent.
Mid-Island last night.
No, where were you just now?
I was locked in a room.
With who?
Jake.
Oh. Really?
You acting like I'm not. You think I'm setting these meetings?
Wow.
Getting pulled in meetings.
So Jake
What's the password?
Jake Marsh wants to have meetings with you about what? About the podcast I started?
What's the password?
Oh.
Barstool.
I mean, Jake can't do everything behind closed doors. Let's put it out there. I'm sure the comments are probably
This episode
like,
could get juicy if we wanted to get juicy, I suppose.
I don't like people disrupting Pick Central.
Jake Marsh can't have everything behind closed doors. That's not his. Who started the podcast?
I think behind closed doors could be a great video series.
Just answer the question.
Camera.
Answer the question. Who started the podcast? Answer it.
Me and you.
There you go.
Okay.
That's all you gotta say. I will. I'm about to have some fun. That's all I'm about to do.
It is so nice to be like
We're doing a lot of driving.
part of it, but not part of it at all.
It shouldn't be part. Like, also, I texted in a group text last night. No one answered.
I was at the Little League game. I answered.
But isn't that a little? Is that a little?
I answered late.
888.
888.
Is it yes or no?
Yeah, I'm usually when you send a text out,
I answered.
you like a reply.
Very nice answer.
You like a
text.
you
too.
like
I was
a-
like,
I
hey, guys.
answered.
I was just all I said was, hey guys, just want to know what's going on, so I'm not left out to dry. No answer. Reegs or Jake Marsh. Rico took till 11 o'clock to answer.
I forgot that Riggs is in the mix now too.
He doesn't have much of a say, I guess.
Obviously he's not here.
Because
Obviously he's not here day to day.
I also brought we were like, oh, we should bring him on. But Jake Marsh is probably he's got to ask everyone if it's let's get Marty out. Come out. Can't do it with him. And I'll just dummy him. You want a villain? You can get one.
Yeah.
I wish I had popcorn.
But Rico, I mean, he's got a decision to make too. I put a proposition on his desk this morning.
You got a memo, Rico? Little.
Oh, Joey. Yeah, I need 4th of July break. Like nobody needs 4th of July break.
Same.
But there was a memo, right?
Yeah, I got your memo.
Yeah.
I get your memo.
Got it.
Now I'm really. I was excited for football season. Now I think I'm excited for college basketball season.
Oh no, it's gonna be tough. I already know Marty's gonna be doing a lot of driving. I know it's not flying anywhere. It's gonna be driving.
Yeah.
I know that's how it's gonna
But
go.
I also have 2 other ones that are
Yeah, I got you.
pretty good minds. You just don't. It's a little crazy to get kicked off a podcast for nothing. You got we're a shoot straight. It's a little crazy. But let's get into sports.
I've laid
You
out.
just get Jake Marsh in here and I'll just mediate.
He will never do it.
I'll just be the point.
We've already had enough.
You go.
We've already had enough of the Pardon My Take crew disrupting Pick Central.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I laid it. I mean, I don't think I hit anything from you. I didn't pile on from the get-go. I just laid it out like I don't know if I have any fight left in me.
So that's the decision.
Yeah, the working over didn't. I thought I could work it over and give it
Jake
one.
Marsh is saying, who has no authority ever, is saying he doesn't want to work with me. Is that what it is? He can't hide. He can't hide from everything. This is a public thing we always do. If my life is going to be on the public thing, I guess we'll have to see. I will have an announcement soon. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I think we're talking as friends. I think it's a little crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing, Rico?
Listen. I've laid it out to you, Pop. I'm surprised you kind of.
Well, I didn't think.
Bombing me now. Like you knew I was in it.
No, I didn't think you have it out without me. What? I'm not saying anything.
I didn't
wrong with
request that meeting.
I'm not. Again, him going behind my back again, saying.
No, I mean, he's just like, can I talk to you 5 minutes? I mean, that's nothing wrong. That's not fucking.
You told me today that people, not you, people have told me today that he wants me out, but he can't say it to me. I just got to look out for myself a little bit here.
I respect that.
And you've been great. You've been great to me. So.
Yeah.
So what it seems is that on your end you were willing to work with Jake Marsh. It seems on his end.
I went into.
It seems on his end that he's not willing to do that, but he's not saying that.
I went into
understanding
a meeting.
That correctly?
I said, "Hey guys, I think that we can do a great job this year. I think that we made a great stride last year. I think that we can do something." And Jake had a lot of things to say to me, and I'll make it more public on something that I'll say what he said at a later date soon. But I just think I don't know. I think we gotta look rationally for a second. It's like I am a human fucking being here, and it's just like to go keep telling people behind backs and say like, "Oh, not going," and you just walk right past you. It's just like, either come up to me and be like, "Hey, I don't want to work with you," or stop having meetings and not answering me and just say, "What's going on?" I'm not a fucking murderer here. Let's call it.
Right. I played that from the get. I'm like, listen, I'm not making a rash decision from the fucking get-go. Let's see if things whatever. It's not great.
I stand up for myself.
I totally get it. I'm not knocking that. I totally get it. Dave in Massachusetts. Imagine this is fucking. This is Dave Portnoy.
Hey, Rico, how we doing?
All right, I thought it was Dave Portnoy talking win total Wednesday.
First win total Wednesday of the year. I like Northwestern over 4.
That's ugly.
They're starting off Nebraska, Duke, Southern Illinois, Miami, Ohio. They get Maryland in week 7, and they end with Minnesota, Purdue, Illinois. Obviously, the middle of their schedule, pretty hard. But the last time they had two seasons.
4 or 4.5
wins, 1998.
4 or 4.5.
I saw 4 this morning.
He's got 6 winnable games.
Yeah, they were just.
So I think if they get 3 out of the first 4, I think you're just
or
you
5
winnable
winnable
in
games.
college football.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, with one of the best.
So give it to me again. So Nebraska, they're going to be better. So
Nebraska should be decent.
Take that as an L.
I think they're going to be much.
Illinois, I heard Illinois, Duke, and Southern Illinois. Do they get Rutgers?
Nebraska, Duke, Southern Illinois, Miami
of Ohio.
No, I didn't see Rutgers. Miami, Ohio, yeah. And then Maryland, week 7.
You need those 3.
And then they end with
the Duke, Southern Illinois, Miami, Ohio. You need those.
It's very hard to go.
It's
very hard to go winless in the
Big Ten.
In the Big Ten. So he's going to get 2 out of conference.
Yeah, I mean,
get the Illinois, and that puts him at 1. So yeah, I don't hate it. I think it's at worst a push. I'll probably take a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. The meat of their schedule, I mean, they're fucked then, but you got a great coach with a chance to outcoach a lot of shitty teams I'm seeing. And also, fuck Marty and the Yankees.
That I take. That's fine. As long as it's in the Yankees.
I don't know if you could hate the Yankees.
I mean, 5 and 20. Also, if you're a gambler, you'd probably like them because you'd be winning. So, what team you like? Is he still on?
Who do you like?
Yeah,
I like the Red Sox from Massachusetts.
Austin.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
All right, so we'll change it up. Dio in Los Angeles talking Yankees.
Dio.
Hey guys, so I know Marty just said, I don't know how you can hate the Yankees. I don't hate any franchise in any sport ever, but the Yankees have a special place in my heart of hate, and right now I'm in a fucking torture chamber. This season, I don't know where these Yankees fans are coming from in L.A., but they're all over the place. I see Yankee hats in downtown L.A. constantly. They're all celebrating like they already won another championship. So, Rico, I know you're the only one that's not really like a Yankee fan on the podcast. Can you give me some hope? Just anything that they don't win another one.
For the Yankees?
Yeah, man.
It's going to be difficult. Listen, I think the American League, the Astros are a very real threat. Anybody in the East obviously knows the Yankees in and out. They could get them in the playoffs. I think Toronto's for real, even though they haven't really fully figured it out. Boston's playing well. The Rays give you fits. I think all those teams are going to be in the mix in the playoffs. So it's not necessarily like Yankees are going to win the World Series. I think I would take the field over. I would take the field over the Yankees just for elements of that. Yankees playing out of their minds, but don't think it's a certainty, especially not in baseball.
Well, no,
the Braves won last year.
Certainty.
the playoffs are no certainty.
Absolutely
But
not.
they are by far there's not a, like, the Astros are the second best team for sure, but the Yankees are above them. Like, they're a definite one. It's not 1A, 1B. It's a 1-2.
It's a 1-2.
Because, I mean, dude, the Yankees, again, like, every single game, they just win that they have to win. They're playing the A's. They fucking win. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
They score 2 runs, still win.
Yeah. Did you stay up to watch the Orioles last night?
Not really.
Fucking one hit. Left guys
I want
on.
to stay
Couldn't
up
get
to
it.
watch the Orioles.
Honestly, more I was up watching my fucking soul get ripped out by the Padres. So
Yes.
fucking 6-0 lead. Disgusting.
That hurt.
That one's tough.
Disgusting.
That one was tough. Let's go. Thomas in Michigan, MLB.
Hey, what's going on, Rico? What's going on, boys? I got a lock tonight with Sandy on the mound. No way the Marlins don't go home with the money line tonight at -120. That's all I got.
They got the Cardinals, right?
Cardinals, yep.
I'm on.
Sandy has some insane numbers.
I know he's.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
But you want.
I'm on the Cardinals
how
for the
crazy
fact
this
that
is.
he doesn't get any run support.
Hear how crazy the stat is. I think it's.
She finds
wanna
ways
say
to
it's-
get 7. He's like DeGrom.
Here-
I
yo,
think there's value in
hear
fading
this,
him.
hear
I know
this,
it's crazy.
Hear this. I want to say it's 4 starts. 0-3, .99 ERA against the Cardinals. But 0-3, it's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
.99 ERA, 0-3. I believe it's 4 starts.
Like, I thought he would be 0-0 and not get wins. The fact that he's 0-3.
I mean, he literally probably 3 of them probably
lost 1-0.
Probably 1-0.
That's crazy.
Honestly, for the ERA to be that low, it almost has to be 1-0 in all of them.
I'm on the Cardinals. I just think it's a fade spot. I mean, I'm probably wrong. And
Honestly, you want to know, I think the play in that game is probably the under.
the Mets just beat Alcantara the other. Well, did they end up giving that lead? No, the Mets won against Alcantara last week. I feel like Saturday. Am I wrong?
I think they did.
KFC, I remember, was going live during the game. Maybe it was Friday.
Because Marlins won the last game of the series.
Yeah. I think it was Friday. But either way, I think Alcantara can be good and still lose. So I'm against you on that one. Mark and Philly, win total Wednesday. I love how we haven't established this win total Wednesday, but the calls are rolling.
We got
in.
win totals. We'll
Win
take
total
them,
Wednesday.
absolutely.
Go ahead, Mark.
Sup, fellas? I am down bad. Called in Padres money line yesterday, and they blew a 6-0 lead in the 7th inning. Walked in 2 batters by hitting them with a pitch and lost on a walk-off error. I'm taking the day and maybe even the week to clear myself of the bad juju because June is just punching me in the face repeatedly. But I heard that it's win total Wednesday right here on Pick Central. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but Phil Steele's College Football Magazine is officially out in stores this week, which means it's officially time to talk football. And sticking with my negative vibes, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I honestly believe that betting Notre Dame at under 9 and USC's win total over is the way to go. I think Notre Dame is in a complete rebuilding year, and I know USC, it's the first year with Caleb Williams, the first year with Lincoln Riley. I think that roster is better than people are giving it credit for, and I think that the Pac-12 is ripe for the taking. So I think USC is going to compete for a playoff spot, and I think Notre Dame is going to have a really down year, which I hate to say, but that's where I'm at.
What are Notre Dame's doubts? So they're going to lose to Ohio State to open the season, playing it safe, right?
Yeah, I mean,
let's say they lose to USC. That's 2. What are the other? Where are their debates? Where are their other possible losses? Obviously, every game is a possible loss, but which way are you factoring of like, hey, I need them to lose this game?
Yeah, I think that there's like a pretty good amount of losses that could happen. You play UNC on the road. You play BYU at a neutral field. You obviously play Clemson, USC, and Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, Clemson, USC, and Ohio State. I think those 3 games are guaranteed losses to me with Ohio State, Clemson, and USC. And then you're just at that point you've got to push and you just need to lose one game that they'll be favored in.
Yeah, I don't hate it. If you think they're going to be, I would wonder what the game of the year lines are.
Yeah, they got
Ohio
State.
State.
They got at USC.
Right. So Clemson, I would say, is probably what, 6? Where's the game? At Clemson?
At Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame. So Clemson's probably laying 4, 5. You're still a favorite in that.
BC coming in. I think BC's not going to be bad this year.
Right. I disagree with him on UNC. I don't think UNC really is a full.
It's at UNC. Yeah, I mean they
get Pitt in the ACC?
No. Not that I'm.
Yeah, they don't have Pitt this year.
They get North Carolina State. So then that's okay.
State.
So it's tough. So you have 3 losses that you need, and then everything else there's not there's one you just got to go pick one up, which is always. But at worst, like you said, he's a pusher. He's a win. So I don't hate it. Thanks, Mark. Alex in Springfield, Barstool versus America, and he's got a pick.
Hey, guys. How are ya?
What's going on?
All right. Listen, Barstool versus America. Good episode last night. The Dana-Pat beef. Love to see a little rough and rowdy going on. I think Dana Beers would get knocked the fuck out. That's just my personal opinion. The guy would be huffing and puffing around the ring. Second thing, I got a pick for you. Haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything on the Barstool Sports book, but the hot dog eating contest is coming up 4th of July. Joey Chestnut, the over-under that I have is 74.5. Take it over all day last 2 years. He went 75, 76, broke his record both times. Guy's eating pop.
First one, I think Dana Pat would be a great matchup. Obviously, Dana's not going to run like he'd train. People fighting is different than body type. Like Jerry and Nadu's fight was one of the worst fights I've ever seen, and they both thought they were going to beat the shit out of each other. I think Pat and Dana will be they're both tall, long. I think it'll be a really good match.
Pat's already done it once before too.
He fought a guy literally didn't know where he was. But second, hot dog eating contest. What do we even watch for anymore? Just to see how many times he breaks a record?
Just watching greatness.
He is a nut. I remember I met him, and he met my parents, and oh my God, he was banned from Hooters for 2 years.
What?
I don't know.
I think they'd be sponsoring him. They're banning him.
No, they sponsor him again. They banned him for 2 years. He's a drinker.
Oh, yeah? I thought they had like an all-you-can-eat thing, and he put him broke. He fucked with him.
He did do something where he ate like 400 wings or some shit, dude. It doesn't make any sense how people can do that.
Have you guys watched the Joey Chestnut Kobayashi 30 for 30?
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
It makes you feel so bad for Kobayashi.
Yeah, Kobayashi is like a one-of-a-kind guy.
Like he was the guy, and then Chestnut just like ended his life.
Crazy. I do remember.
And it was crazy because back like
did Kobayashi ever beat him head-to-head in the any of those big
I don't, because so there's like there's an eating circuit, like they go different places and eat different things, whether it's like wings or like types of sandwiches or like mashed potato, like crazy, all different types of shit. And like in his culture, when he like after he lost and like kept losing, his culture, like his country, like abandoned him basically. Where like it's so crazy, like when he was on top, he would go to these restaurants in his home country, and they would give him these massive plates of food, almost like one is like respect and two is like to challenge him. And he came back after losing to Chestnut, and they were just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Like almost kind of how like back in the day, say someone like how Brazil they take soccer so serious, where like someone scores their own goal in a big game, you're getting like death threats.
Yeah.
Like he came back and everyone was like out on him, like it's like you disgraced us.
Yeah.
As a nation.
Here's a hypothetical. What, TJ, you can answer this too. I know you weren't paying attention yesterday. Yeah, tough day. I love you though. No, TJ, yeah, it's not a knock. Were you fully on board yesterday? Were you a full participant?
My mind was elsewhere.
That's fine. You didn't get an A. That's
tough
fine.
day.
Yeah, but was it a tough day, like personally, and I'm gonna feel like an asshole, or?
We'll bounce back. We'll be all right.
Oh fuck.
No, you're good.
All right.
You got the tag today too.
Yeah, I saw that. Is it related to that?
No, it was yak stuff.
All right, I got you.
My mind was
All
elsewhere.
right. One competition for your life, or like you need to enter to win money in a competition against regular people. What food do you think you would do the best at? I'm gonna tell you right now, I could put away 40 to 50 baked clams without fucking blinking.
Mussels is the only thing I can put down. That's the only thing. That's it. I can't put down anything else. I know I'd lose.
Like at a severe volume like that?
I hammer mussels like there's no tomorrow. Like I have the whole bowl to myself when they give it to you.
See, my problem is as a fat guy, I'm actually a bad eater.
He is.
As a fat guy, you think like I eat extremely slow.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say it.
It's true.
I've seen you.
Like I get like when I remember I did a video like back in the day, like I did one of the Ainsworth challenges, and I literally embarrassed myself.
You kind of eat like a bird.
Yeah, I don't like I just eat bad, and then I end up eating like volume over time. But like in a short, like if you just put a plate of food in front of me, or like eat this fast.
No, but it's not eat it
can't do
fast. It's more. What I meant is more volume. Eating fast is that's not how it works. You need to know how to swallow and all that shit. I meant just like, hey, we're gonna have a competition. Who can eat the most X? I'm putting myself in the baked clams competition.
I guarantee.
Probably like
I can eat 10 cans of Pringles.
I'd say like Wendy's nuggets.
Okay.
I feel like I could put back like 50 Wendy's nuggets
Without blinking.
If I was hungry.
TJ?
They're just 2 biters, like bang bang.
I think I'd say pizza bagels, like the mini pizza bagels.
Okay, I have a challenge with that. They're fucking hot though, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I toss those back way
But you
too
could.
fast.
I guess the trick is just eating one flaming, burn the top of your tongue. You never feel anything.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they're gonna cool down. The first few
Yeah.
are gonna be hot, but I mean,
Yeah, but then they get hard. Also, that's bread, man. That's like.
I'm sorry. Mincy tweeted, just curious, does anyone have any footage of Brandon Walker riding a Mississippi State title parade last year? And Brandon says, no, I was working. And Mincy just did crying face emojis.
just clowning him, just laughing at him.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy. Oh, yo. Wow. 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 Okay,
Oh,
Will.
no.
Okay, Will.
Oh man.
Will Compton, big timer. Okay. Okay. Damien in Texas. Clam bar, cherry stone clam.
What's up, boys?
Hold on. Long Island Park, 531. How many did she eat?
26 dozen in 6 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Get the fuck out of here.
I actually
the fuck
Sonia
outta
Thomas. Sonia Thomas is a staple on the.
Yeah, Sonia's won like every women's
Yeah,
hockey
she's always the
contest for,
women's
like 10
number one.
years.
I wanna, like-
10
Well, that's
years.
the thing. Eating cons you don't enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
26 dozen.
In
in
6
6
minutes?
minutes for a grand total prize of $1,200.
Yeah, I mean, that's you're a
26
psycho.
times 12. Big Ev's on his
Three-
calculator.
312.
That's insane.
312.
She polished off
baked
312 clams, baked clams in 6 minutes.
That's
Holy
insane.
shit.
Look,
Damien.
she's in like good shape. Like she's not even.
Yeah, I know. That's the
Fat
weird thing
guys
about
are
all these
usually
people.
bad at the
There's always a couple fat guys in like the hot dog eating contest. But
Badlands
never,
Booker.
they never win.
Damien from Texas, you're on.
All right, guys. I need you guys to be completely honest with me because I have a question for you guys. Would you guys eat your best friend's asshole for 10 minutes to win every single wager you've ever placed in your life?
And you have to. And I want you guys to be realistic. I wouldn't.
10 minutes is a long time.
Losing is part of the fun for me.
I don't know if I could do it.
And dude, 10 minutes. Like no one realistically. Is
I really don't. I
You're
don't
not
know
eating
if I
Big
could do
Ev's
it.
ass for 10 minutes.
I really don't know if I could do it.
So is it going? So every bet I've ever placed up to this point, I would win. Is that the
Every
question?
wager
from now on.
Or from now on?
Every single wager goes into your pocket today.
A lump
You gotta do
sum.
it for 10 minutes.
Knowing what that lump sum of money
But you also
would be fantastic.
I don't think you could also just you can't just bet $50 million on the next bet.
No,
You
no.
gotta
It's-
still do it.
No, it's a reset. Like you get all that money and then
Yeah.
you start,
Basically, every bet
you
you've
could
ever
still
lost,
lose.
now you won it.
I ain't doing it.
I don't know if I'm doing it, but it's definitely a hypothetical.
If he cleaned his asshole, I think I have to really consider. I have to,
Vinci might.
I have to sleep on it for a night.
10 minutes
really.
is a long time.
If he bleached his asshole, I
The
think
way this month is
I'd have to
going,
sleep.
I might
I'd
do
have to
5.
sleep on it.
You know, also it's not change. It's not like retire money.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's a lot though.
It's a lot.
I've ever placed. That's like
A
hundreds.
lot of money
At
in
least
a lump
hundreds
sum,
of thousands of dollars. At least.
untaxed.
At least.
I like it. This
It
guy.
has to be above like $1 million.
It's not $1 million. It's not $1 million.
I feel like
Mine might be close.
it could be close. Every bet I've ever placed.
Think about I'm doing like usually
Yeah.
7 to 8 bets a day.
That's what I'm saying. And when I'm getting like deep into football, I'm betting like a you're betting like a
And baseball, I'm
betting
just
like a
betting
few-
and
like
I'm
a
not
few
It's
watching.
shekels.
definitely higher than I think it is, but I don't think it's $1 million.
My units have gotten.
when I look at my few accounts, yeah, it's probably close.
Yeah.
If it's not there, it's close.
This guy was good yesterday. Connor in Wisconsin has another Brandon Walker type question.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Marty, you were up in my neck of the woods complaining about 47 degrees. We're outside grilling and that. I'd probably even jump in the water if there's
The water. The water was like I didn't see the reason. They were like, "Oh, I thought it was gonna be nice." I'm like, "Well, we were just in Florida. We could have done this in Florida." But yeah, I was definitely.
Yeah, it would have been nicer if he came at a different time, but
It's just crazy when you did it. We were in Florida. Like, we could have done it there, where in Wisconsin, like,
You don't do log rolling in Florida.
the lady that did the log rolling, dude, was like, oh, yeah, the lake just unfroze today. I was like, oh, good. I'm glad it unfroze for this.
Anyways, in honor of 4th of July, birthday America, everybody likes to debate who America's team is in football, Cowboys, always whatever. Who's America's team in baseball, basketball? I know Evan, Marty's answer already, but put your unbiased hat on. I think from a basketball perspective, the Warriors, they're pretty likable for the most part. Draymond's obviously an asshat.
Yeah, but the Warriors
Wanted
sucked.
to get your guys' perspective.
The Warriors sucked for a long period of time.
I don't think the Yankees are baseballs. I think it's very. I think it is. Like, obviously, people ride on.
I think too
bandwagon,
many fan
but-
bases. That's the wrong question to like. I know it's.
Well,
I'm not playing along, and it's like a great. It's not good, but I don't think there is anybody.
Well,
I think the team in Cincinnati is the Reds. Like, I don't think anybody adopts teams.
No, but see,
people
all right. So
adopt.
I think baseball, unbiasedly, I think it is the Yankees because I'm trying to think if you're saying all right, like the Cowboys are America's team in football, the Yankees are like the Cowboys equivalent in baseball.
You see a lot of Yankee hats everywhere.
They're
Also, New York people
the
relocate.
way like I grew up, like literally, like 3 of my best friends are Cowboys fans. They probably went to Texas for the first time going to a Cowboys game like last
The
year.
answer is the meme. It's the Lakers, the
Yankees. That's what I'm saying. It's that equivalent.
Lakers, Yankees, Cowboys, Duke.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I don't think people root for.
But then people don't root for the Cowboys either.
Right.
I hate the Cowboys.
It's just they get lumped in. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I would say.
All right.
Yeah, I would say Yankees, Lakers. Yeah.
All right. Jed wants to chime in on the food eating from Nashville. Jed, go ahead.
Oh, what's up, guys? I just kind of wanted to chime in on that. Feel like if you put a fucking plate of about maybe 30 or 40 mozzarella sticks in front of me, I could take that shit down in about 45, maybe even sooner, 30.
Another possible burn food, though. You can catch it on the top of your tongue. Hot cheese, but yeah, I think I could put
out fresh.
away mozzarella.
Those taste the best.
Yeah, they're better when they're fresh because the cheese is gooey. They get harder to eat as they get less hot.
Worse when
they're not cooked enough and the
for a while.
cheese in the middle is like all rubbery. That's the worst. When it's
Whatever that blend,
when it's hot and melty, that's the best.
If you get the right blend on the breading of a mozzarella stick, there's nothing better. We get like a little kick. You know what I'm talking about? It's not just breadcrumbs. It's a little spice, and you get the good. If you get a good breading on there,
See, the best mozzarella sticks are the ones that, whenever you were in Little League, you go to a good concession stand that has mozzarella sticks. They got a fryer. Those are the best mozzarella sticks. Always.
Most underrated mozzarella sticks in the game, hands down, Sonic.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are pretty good. I'm a fan.
I told you I got fooled about the Wendy's cookie, right? My brother.
What, he said they were good?
My brother said he got a cookie so good, he had it without the wrapper on the counter. My sister-in-law had it, eats it, and is like, "Where did you get these cookies from?" He's like, "Wendy's." She's like, "Bullshit." I go to Wendy. I'm like, "I gotta try these cookies now." I go, garbage. I think he's just got a good batch.
Yeah.
He's like on to something. Somewhere in the middle of New Jersey. He gets
I had mozzarella sticks from Burger King last night.
They're like, yeah,
They're very
Yeah, they're just whatever.
Did
you know
you
what
see
great
someone's
mozzarella
feeding
sticks?
you in a basement while you were trapped? You ate
Check-
mozzarella sticks from
Checkers
Burger
has
King?
great mozzarella sticks.
Okay.
Yeah, theirs are solid.
It's
Not
like
bad.
the fry with cheese in it.
Did you see the new Taco Bell thing?
What do they got?
It's a Crunchwrap Supreme, but instead of a tostada in the middle, it's a 16 times size Cheez-It.
What?
Look at this.
Holy sh! I think
I
that's a
was
lot.
never a big Cheez-It guy.
They blew a Cheez-It up 16 times the size.
Nah.
And that's
Dude,
the middle of the
I am a
Crunchwrap.
Cheez-It guy.
I'm
Cheez-It
not
tostada.
I'm not a Cheez-It
To
guy.
be honest, though, I trust Taco Bell with my life.
I was gonna say Taco Bell is like surprisingly good with gimmicks.
Dude,
Like,
their
stuff.
breakfast was great.
You know, the AM Crunchwrap
was so good.
is the McGriddle's
They
tough
still
to
do
beat.
breakfast?
I think they do.
I'm not sure.
I think
to be
some
honest.
places.
I haven't had it in a while, but
An AM Crunchwrap is fucking incredible.
Taco Bell is
really good.
But you big Ev, you also know the Wendy's chicken biscuit, honey chicken biscuit.
Yeah,
was really
I
good,
discovered
too.
that. That was incredible.
That was
Yeah?
at the train station.
I discovered that. Yeah, the Philly train station in the morning. It's like
Is it still going at Wendy's?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Honey chicken biscuit.
They're really good.
The honey butter they put on the biscuit is incredible.
All right.
We were coming home from Philly one day. He's like, bro, you gotta try this.
I had it one day.
And it
Coming
was-
back, and it was just amazing.
My friend told me about that at the Big and Toasty in Dunkin' Donuts. He's like, you gotta try the Big and Tasty or the Big and Toasty. I'm like, I ain't trying that.
McDonald's and Subway have the best cookies.
I'm done with
McDonald's. Or not
I
Subway.
used to make this Subway guy hated me because I used to make him squeeze it. I'd be like, they soft, and he'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, let me see. And if he went like this and nothing
You made
budged,
the Subway guy squeeze the cookie?
otherwise you throw it in the microwave for 10 seconds. I wasn't holding people up too long, but
I used to do that at the gas station when I was buying Dutches. And I could be like, yo, let me see that's fresh.
Garrett in Maine. What's up? All right. Going once. Good? All right, Rick in Philadelphia. I got a full board, buddy. You got to move. Rick in Philadelphia, win total Wednesday.
Hey, Marty. Hey, Big Ev. Awesome shirts. And, Rico, with the food, clams is probably the one I'd have to choose. When I was 10 years old, me and my dad went to a dive bar, and we actually got kicked out because I ate too many clams. But for win total Wednesday, nothing gets a bartender more pissed than a 10-year-old drinking 7 Shirley Temples and about 10 dozen clams. So we got kicked out.
See if your dad knows this place. Beefsteak Charlie's used to have shrimp. They would just throw them on the table, and you could peel them yourself and eat like thousands. And you get
I've heard the name.
Pitches of beer. See if your dad knows about Beefsteak Charlie's. I've never been there, but it's an 80s place.
It's
the same thing. Sorry, go ahead.
But quick, Tennessee, I'm looking at under 7.5 wins. It's plus money. The reason why I'm looking at it is for me to win, I need 5 losses, and I'm going with 3 definites being Bama, Kentucky, and Georgia. I know they're not definites, but I'm putting them in the category.
Yeah, it's always risky putting Kentucky as a definite in a rivalry game. That's difficult. But go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm really only giving you 2. I'm giving you 2 there, but go ahead.
Okay. So if you give me 2, then I need to get 3 out of 6, including Kentucky, at Pitt, at LSU, at South Carolina, and then versus Florida and Missouri. So I kind of like my chances there with the plus money, and then I can, basically double down because they played Georgia late in the year, and if they're at that total right there, I could probably try to offset it there. But that was just my thought.
I don't think you're getting – I mean, the way to do this is we talk about it all the time. Like, I think South Carolina is probably a win. I think Missouri's a win.
South Carolina, I would say iffy.
Iffy?
Because they're gonna be a lot
bad though.
No, but they got last year. They finished the year real well. They got Rattler, who's a wild card. Like that could make them.
Okay, I forgot Rattler. I forgot Rattler.
If he hits his potential, it could be much better.
Then that's definitely on the table. All right, and it's plus money.
Yeah,
I forgot he went there. I'll be honest.
And they finished the year really good last year. They're building something.
All right.
So the early in the year, like I got Ball State. That's a win.
It's a win. You got to count the wins and then do your ifs. Count the wins, count the losses, and see where you're at.
Like you said,
go ahead.
Like Pitt on the road. That's a tough one.
That's a maybe.
That's a maybe.
So 1-0-1.
Akron's a win.
2.
They got Florida at home. I think even that's iffy. I'd say
it's
that could go either way.
I'm kind of discounting. Hendon Hooker. I don't think he's going to play as well as he did last year. Right at Virginia Tech, he played subpar, and then last year for Tennessee, kind of blew up with 31 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I just don't think he's going to play at that same level that he did last year. So I'm kind of taking him on a discount. So we'll see what happens. But I really appreciate your insight.
What a joke Tennessee is to have 7.5 as their fucking.
And it's weird because they got a lot of cupcakes on the schedule, but they also they got a lot of tough games too. Like they're at LSU after Florida. Like they got a 3-game stretch where they literally play Florida at LSU and then Bama. Then they got Tennessee Martin at home, so that's a win. Kentucky at home. That I think Kentucky should be good again, but that's even I don't think that's a guaranteed loss. Georgia on the road obviously is tough. Mizzou at home should be a win. I really think South Carolina on the road is going to be a really tough game. I don't know if that's going to be close. And then Vanderbilt at home. So it's going to be Vanderbilt on the road.
Yeah, so it's not as many.
That should be a win.
Yeah, it's not as many lock wins as we thought. So all right, yeah, I mean plus money.
Yeah.
Chase some plus money. You don't want to be trying to lay juice, with that. So I don't hate it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Nick in Chicago with another win total. Nick.
What's up, boys? I'm looking at the Clemson schedule. They have at BC, at ND, at Wake, and their over-unders 10.5. So I think there's a lot of what ifs. Louisville's supposed to be stronger, South Carolina's supposed to be stronger. I just think they got shafted with the ACC schedule. I like that under.
Clemson at 10.5. Yeah, it always. I mean, you saw it last year. Did they come back with a vengeance this year, though?
I just pulled theirs up. It's definitely not easy.
Makes sense. 10.5.
They They open up on.
So they got to lose 2.
Yeah, they open up on the road at so I would say they're losable. They got to lose 2. I'd say their losable games are at Wake Forest. I'll say is losable. They lost to NC State last year, so I'll say
definitely with Devin Leary.
Play NC State at home.
They're probably not losing that, but NC State could pick them off. That's 2.
They play at BC, which they should win that, but you never know. Could be
weird
tricky.
shit in Chestnut Hill for sure.
They play at Florida State, which I think should be a win. I don't think Florida State's there yet. They got Cuse at home.
No, it's a win.
And at Notre Dame could be a tough game.
Right.
And then Louisville at home in Clemson. So that one, even though Louisville I think should be better, I still think that should be a win for them. But we'll see how that plays out deep in November. They got Miami at home. And then like we just talked about with Tennessee, they play South Carolina, which I do not think is going to be as we'll know who South Carolina is by obviously its last game, regular season game of the year. So we'll know who they are at that point. But I think South Carolina is going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm a believer. I'm buying it.
I could see that. I could see that under 10.5. The only thing I worry about is now a little bit of pressure on Dabo. Makes sense. There's definitely
the defense should be very good.
Yeah. There's definitely losable games on there. It makes sense. Florida State win total. Speaking of Florida State win total Wednesday. Mike in Lancaster, you're on.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up?
Hey, so sorry, I just looked at Florida State. I don't like it that much anymore. I have an over/under that I think is more pressing. Is better for the masses. Over under 10.5 days. Rico left.
You can tell anybody from Lancaster. You can always tell.
So I don't necessarily love this bet.
Coochie, you there?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
What just happened?
I got a win total for you guys if you're still doing win totals.
DeCucci, please.
Yeah, DeCucci, bring it.
Thank you for Hugo gassing us today.
I really like DeCucci.
Yeah, he's okay.
Hugo gassing.
No worries, guys. I got UCF over 8.5 wins in the American Conference. Under center, Plumlee and Keene. I know they're going to probably split time. They got a different skill set. But Isaiah Bowser, he's going to be a household name by the end of the year. Running back for UCF, he's an absolute beast. He should carry the offense. And part of this is obviously fading Cincy a little bit. Had a big season last year. Everyone's going to be big on them. I'm not sure if they can get above 10 wins. And for UCF to get below 9, I think Cincy's probably got to get above 10. So, yeah, that's my pick.
All right.
Bowser is a monster.
Yeah. Andrew in Toronto. You can load him back up. Load him back up.
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up?
Just have a couple things right here. Barstool America last night was phenomenal. The Pat running over Hannah had me basically in tears.
Later the
full time.
Out, dude.
Like,
he took 2 steps.
I couldn't.
One
When
step.
I texted Pat after I was like, "You're a demon."
He took 2 steps.
From behind, too. Yeah,
when
I saw you
when
guys.
he sees her,
Some shots, but
when he sees her all by herself, he's like a hyena looking for its prey. He just pounces on her, running full force. It was the funniest thing. Just for tonight as well, the Jays, they're gonna hit the over. They got their Cy Young on the mound tonight. He's gonna win the Cy Young this year, Manoah. As well as Marty.
Yep.
You have to do something right here because Jake, listening to Jake talk is like I'd rather watch paint dry.
Hey,
This
yeah,
guy is.
Listen, I was
This guy
always
is
nice.
just boring as all hell. But just wanted to put those 2 cents in, and appreciate you guys just taking my call.
Hey, I like that guy. Thanks.
I do like the Jays tonight.
Jack in Tennessee.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, not sure if y'all saw the night that Shohei and Trout had last night, but just wanted to hear y'all's thoughts considering they played phenomenal, still lost by 7. And then I don't know if y'all saw the video of Trout signaling that his pitcher was showing pitches. Just kind of thought it was hilarious, but I think there's a lot of people out there feeling bad for them, but just wanted to hear y'all's thoughts.
I didn't see that. I did see that they had a big night. It's part of the reason, like, the Angels are always, they start off in that lead, and we knew Houston was going to catch them.
I don't necessarily feel bad for them. Like, I feel like
They just can't put it together. I thought they could make – I still think they're going to go make a run. They like this manager. Obviously, they like Nevin. They saw them in a fight. They're fighting for the guy. I think they're going to make a move at the deadline and be pesky to flirt with a wild card spot. But I just don't think there's enough there for whatever reason. They can't put it together.
Just see Trout on a team that like people cared to watch, I guess,
Or more
does it feel
accessible
bad?
to watch too. Being on the in the West Coast.
Yeah, what he signed though? Didn't he sign like a?
Oh, he's there.
He's there
definitely
forever. So it's like he knew this team was never good, and he just like, oh, I'm gonna stay here, whatever, which is fine. But
the only teams who would make a run at him with that kind of money is the Mets and the Yankees because they don't care about they can
it's
pay
just
the.
weird though, because so you say, take everything out. You say you have Trout and Ohtani. Like, that team's gonna be good. Okay, they're not. But then you also have another team that has Arenado and Goldschmidt, two fucking superstars as well, who are really good. So it's just like that's just I guess the GM of the Angels that's fucking got to figure it out, or like we're wasting two talented, the most talented people we're gonna see in baseball for a long time.
Trout hasn't played a playoff game, correct?
No.
So I mean, he could go his whole career without playing a playoff game.
100% can.
I also say this. I
I
don't
think they may have played a wild card.
Maybe a wild card. I thought I had heard. Yeah.
At some
Regardless,
point,
still
Right,
not
but he
enough.
hasn't played a meaningful baseball, like serious, meaningful playoff baseball game in his life, and he might not.
I would say I feel less bad for Ohtani because he purposely chose a
Yes.
small market.
Yes.
Like the Yankees, Mets, all these teams
went to the
obviously
Yankees.
wanted him. He said, I do not want to play for a big market. He chose a small market. So, I mean, he kind of chose the bet
Which is weird that he wouldn't want to, because you know how it is in New York. Like, in New York, we overreact. Like you said, the Mets with if he was in New York or even Boston,
like
for that matter,
Boston, like the
they're
Dodgers.
overreact. He has one good start. I mean, we thought Matt Harvey was going to cure cancer.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
the Mets, like, he's making all that marketing money from the get-go.
He's
So it's a
simply
win-win. Like, why would you want to go?
It's a mental midget. He doesn't
guess.
want to be.
Ev, to your point, too. I kind of feel that's almost how Trout feels a little bit. He's pretty low key, it seems, and Anaheim obviously not much going on there.
But at least Trout came up, and like that's
least
where
they
he
drafted
went.
him, yeah.
Where it's like Ohtani could have went somewhere else, and Trout. I mean, it's weird though because the Angels. Remember the Rally Monkey years? Like how fucking crazy they were in the playoffs. Like I hated going to Anaheim and having to play the Angels, and I don't know. I just think that they got to figure something out. Like they're in the prime of their fucking careers. And
I mean,
it's
if you
like-
look at them, obviously, like Ohtani's like Ohtani's like a solid pitcher, but I mean, I know I've talked shit about it. He's not a bad pitcher. He's obviously a guy like you'd like at the top of your
I
rotation.
think he's a little overrated.
I mean, that's obviously overrated, but still, like he's obviously a clear like top 2 starter.
He'd be in any.
Whereas, yeah, he's in anybody's rotation, obviously. But you look at the other guys in the rotation; they don't really have anything. Rendon is looking like a horrendous contract,
Which is sucks
and they don't,
for them
and
'cause
they
I'm
haven't
thinking
really built
that's a
other
good
than
ad.
that.
That was a good ad that he just is not performing. Like it's not. I know it's like I thought Rendon was good.
You know, they took him at like a peak. He had the unreal year. The Nationals win the World
Yeah.
Series. He was unreal. He was literally the best hitter in the lineup. Then he's been injured the whole time.
It's just frustrating
but
to
also-
see.
but even you talk about like the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals have some solid starting pitching. Like they've built good. Like you have guys like Edman, Carlson. You still have Yachty there, like Bader. Like they've got some decent guys in the lineup around them. Some young guys coming up like Yepes and these guys. Where like you look at the Angels lineup, it's just not exciting other than those two guys.
It's just sad
Like,
to
Ward's
see.
decent, like he's a decent piece, but they just don't really have like in baseball. It's not basketball. You throw 2 stars in the team, and all of a sudden you're like one of the best teams in the conference. Like you got 2 stars, that doesn't really do a ton for you when the rest of the team stinks.
It's just sad to see we have the best player we're gonna ever see in a while in the MLB in Mike Trout. Like he is every single year he has been insane. But when you look back on it, it's like, well, the guy's got barely any playoff games, no championships. Like what the fuck is going on?
He's never played in a real playoff series, and even going up when he said last night that like they have a night like last night where they combined the two of them hit multiple home runs, multiple extra base hits, like 4 RBIs. You lose 10-4. Like it's just like you can't if your pitching's bad and no one else is hitting. Like you're only can win so many games like that.
Let's round these out. Sammy in Louisiana, win total Wednesday.
Hey, what's going on, boys? I got a very discounted win total Wednesday today for y'all, and that's the Louisiana Raging Cajuns over 8.5. Yeah, we're rebuilding right now, but it's a very, very favorable rebuilding schedule. And the same exact team that we're rebuilding is the same team that beat Marshall in the New Orleans Bowl last year on a week notice when Billy Napier left for Florida. And now we get a whole year to prepare for them. Our money game is Florida State who we all know is not very good. We're in the Sun Belt West, which is where all the new teams that came, none of them are coming to the West except for Southern Miss, who's also not very good. And we're going to end up in the conference championship because the West is a cakewalk. So I'm thinking over 8.5 for win total Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that you were the favorite in the Sun Belt. I like App State a little bit in that conference. I know it's not.
Right, that's from the East. That's where we'll meet up in the conference championship.
Yeah, like App State has a little bit higher of a price. I would take App State, but I don't hate the 8.5. I think the bottom of the Sun Belt is definitely winnable games. The team I'm intrigued by a little bit, just looking at research-wise, I don't think they can make a run at it, but they could score, is Georgia State. Like Georgia State just a little bit, over-wise. Joey in Baltimore's got USC. Joey.
Yo, how we doing, guys? Ev, want to know your thoughts. Huge card this Saturday. Biggest names I've seen on the card in a while. I absolutely love Holloway, Volkanovski inside the distance. Currently plus 148 on the Barstool Sportsbook. First two have gone to decision. I think in the trilogy, neither guy wants to let the judges decide this one. They're probably going to keep this one on the feet primarily, and I think one of them goes down. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't hate that look. I think the general public, obviously I think Holloway has more fans. I think Volkanovski is going to win this fight. The play that I think I almost like the most is I'm calling it the and still parlay, and I also saw Khabib liked it as well. I saw taking a Holloway as Adesanya parlay. The one play I do like, I need to look at the numbers. I'm not sure if the props are out yet. I was going to take a deep dive this afternoon, record spin and back this tomorrow. I think the way Adesanya is talking and the way his last few fights have went, they've been like not these spectacular finishes. They went the distance, the Vettori fight, the second Whitaker fight. I think I'm getting vibes from him kind of similar to the Costa fight, where I think that he's going to come in. You see Cannonier, like this big brawler, big strong guy, muscular, and people get worried, is he the guy that can land the big punch? And I honestly think that it almost turns the opposite, where I think that's the kind of guy that Adesanya just picks apart and knocks him out. So I like Adesanya inside the distance. I like a parlay of Adesanya and Volkanovski. Also a play that I really do like is I really like Robbie Lawler over Barberena. That just got moved to the main card. I think Lawler's only minus 120. I'm just not crazy about Barberena. I mean, his last fight with Matt Brown was a fun fight to watch, two older guys that have done it for a while, but I think Lawler's got a little more in the tank than him. And also a fight that I think is interesting, I'm surprised by the line, is the Pereira-Strickland fight. Strickland's, I believe, a slight dog. I like Strickland. I mean, Pereira's obviously extremely talented. The hype train's going about, obviously, he knocked out Adesanya in kickboxing, and that pretty much the winner of that fight is going to get to fight Adesanya, or is going to be the number one contender, essentially, to fight the winner of Adesanya Cannonier. And I think that hype train's going a little too much. He had a good fight with Bruno Silva, but I think Strickland's much better than him. I think Strickland's going to win the fight, and I think it's a good price for him. At plus 100, slight maybe minus 105 range. But those are the picks I really like right now. I'll definitely have a big card. This is probably one of the cards that I like from a betting perspective more than, honestly, probably in a while. I really, really like a lot of spots on the card. Those are what I got so far.
Makes sense. Probably should have put UFC instead of USC. I was waiting for the USC. It says USC right now.
A little typo. It's all right.
All right, bro. You're working a lot back there. Aaron in Iowa.
Hey, Rico. Long-time listener, first-time caller, 6'2", 205. Ding. I got a hypothetical for the group.
Who was doing that?
Your daughter. What's that?
Who was doing that? I know that's a radio thing. List in there. That's a Dan Patrick thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I knew I needed to know.
It's
They were listing 6'2", to saying it, and they would hit the
I kind of like
for a long time. It was kind of funny. It would say Marty from New York, fucking 6'1", and they would hit the bell. I knew it was a radio thing. Listen to a lot of radio. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So I got a hypothetical for the group. Your daughter comes home one day and says, "I want to date someone from Pick Central." Who is at the top of your list? Who is at the bottom? And who is in the middle? The whole group.
Wow. I actually like that question.
I don't want to think about this. Za. Top.
Who's the bottom?
Brandon Walker.
Za's a cop-out answer, because Za's obviously a great answer, an easy answer.
I'd rather just kill myself.
I'd be nice to your sister.
I know you too well.
I'm trying to think who. Zaz, easy answer. I think TJ's a good answer too. I also sneaky. I think Smitty's a good answer. Smitty's a good guy.
He's loud around the holidays.
I think I guess I take it more. I guess that makes sense. He's like become part of your family. But Smitty's like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah,
he's loud around the.
I mean,
loud guy.
I was less worried about the volume of my household and more just who's going to be nice to my sister.
Yeah.
And just be respectful.
You gotta hang out with him though. Yeah, I mean it's.
I just railroading Smitty. I tried to throw him a bone. I'm like, he's a good guy. He's like, oh no.
Kilo in California. We got 2 more and then we'll round out the picks. Kilo in California, Yankee question.
What's up? How you doing?
What's up?
I have a question. I just want Marty to know, do you know the team that finished with the best record in MLB has only won the World Series 3 times since 1995? Does that scare him a little bit? And I'll hang up and listen.
Tell you what, it scares the shit out of me.
It scares the shit out of me. The only thing is the Yankees it's like the Yankees always have pressure on them anyway. So it's like, all right. But this also isn't the best record. It could be close to like the record.
Which is they didn't win it either.
Nobody won it either.
They didn't win either. It's scary. No, it's like Tennessee in college baseball. That just fucking
Yeah. Or Gonzaga. Yeah.
It's scary, 1,000%. But I'm gonna enjoy it while it's happening.
Makes sense. Roy in Oklahoma.
That's a stat. I like that one.
Oklahoma. Yeah, it's a good stat.
Come at me with a stat.
Oklahoma football. Roy.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Roy, were you invited to Alex Bennett's birthday since you're from Oklahoma?
No, I would have been there if I was.
Nice. That makes
Believe
2 of us.
The total for OU football is 9.5. I believe in Brent Venables. I am a student there, so I'm a little biased, but I mean, you see the tough games from last year at Baylor and Oklahoma State. They're both home this year. So then when we go away, it's West Virginia Tech, Iowa State. You know, those are some cupcakes. Not really worried about that. I think we start 5-0, go into OU Texas. That can go either way, but the total at 9.5, I think that's cleared easy. I think we come in with a good defense. I think Venables is that guy.
Yeah.
So,
who won last year?
I don't know what you guys
Finally
think.
beat Oklahoma?
Yeah, they did.
I thought you were talking the conference.
In Bedlam.
Yeah, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State finally won, right? I've been picking Oklahoma State to win that for the last 10 years. They finally got one. Mike in Nevada, finish us off. College football.
Yeah, this question is for Marty.
Yep.
Yeah, what's it like being the biggest bitch in New York?
No, let him on. Okay.
You suck more dick than Bruce Jenner.
That's just
fucking homo.
That's just.
All right.
I mean,
what the fuck are we doing?
What do we?
You can't say that on fucking live radio.
I didn't say it.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
who the people were
22, dude.
That's That's who I'm dealing with.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So how does that make people?
Did the thing just did the
Pride Month, for Christ's
There you
sakes.
Did this thing say Billy football? His
no.
I'm not saying it was. I'm saying like the.
I don't put it
like
past
the type or whatever. I
don't put it back. That's all. You know what? It makes
No,
me
I'm not
feel-
putting that in Billy. I thought I just read it.
It
No,
makes
it
me feel
didn't. I
better.
can tell you that didn't.
Makes me feel better that that's the people I'm dealing with.
I mean, it's Pride Month, for Christ's sakes. I'm on the Rangers money line. I'm horrific. I'm going first. I suck. The Rangers money line. The Rangers. I said it last night with the best bet. They fucking demolished them. Texas, Kansas City over 9. I'm on the Cards money line. I'm going to fade Alcantara, and I'm on the Cubs Reds over 8. By the way, Keegan Thompson's fucking strikeouts last night. Start looking at Reds strikeouts blindly over. Like, they're okay. They can hit a little bit, but they will get struck out. Ev, you're up.
I also agree. I'm on the Rangers Royals over as well, over 9. I'm on the Rays that start. I think they're down 1-0, but early in that game. I'm on the Astros money line with Verlander on the mound. I think this might be a tough not a stretch, but just tough series for the Mets. They got their facing the Astros' best pitching. I'm on the Padres money line. I took everything in me to get back on them after what they did to me last night. I'm hoping they bounce back today. And I'm on the Twins Guardians over and the Braves Phillies over tonight.
I got the Yankees minus 1.5. I went back with the Padres as well.
What's your next one?
I got the Rays.
Bitch pick.
Astros. Astros are going to sweep the Mets. Rangers.
Bitch pick.
Padres.
It was your pick.
Yeah, it's bitch pick now.
Orioles, Red Sox, Cardinals. Marty's a bitch, and Slurs, too, is good.
Pride Month.
It's good.
Should have got Joey in here.
Our fans are the best, you know? They really are. They are such educated people.
The 1%ers.
Show tomorrow. Don't know if Brandon's back. I guess you could just take 4 days off whenever you want. You can't say anything when somebody else does it. Wish him the best. He's coping with losing a national championship. Now he's back to irrelevancy, so tough one. And then no show Friday for the holiday. We're cooking. We should try to get that thing for tomorrow. Cook up some Americana for tomorrow. All right.
What?
If Brandon's in, we got some tricks up our sleeve. Maybe bring back some antics.
We're gonna make some phone calls today.
Yeah,
this afternoon.
Get some antics. Get them all pissed off. That's Pick Central. Happy Pride Month to everyone, except that guy in Oklahoma and
not Oklahoma.
Nevada.
Oklahoma guy was good.
Yeah, Oklahoma guy was good, and Nevada. So see you tomorrow.